There we go. It is all working. And I am not gonna delete out. Okay, game contains violence and gore. Okay, Source Engine, I think. I played 1 minute of this game, by the way, if anyone's wondering. We'll have to see what it's like. Looks like it's gonna take forever to load. Please, I beg you. There we go. I have no clue what happens in this game. Is it zombies? I thought it was zombies, and we'll just have to see. Let's lower the sound effects, and let's just give this a try. New game. I'm gonna play easy. I don't care to grind a game I've never played, especially one that seems to have an emphasis on things besides being a hardcore game that you have to grind. So we'll have to see.
I've always felt alone. My whole life. For as long as I can remember. I don't know if I like it or if I'm just used to it. But I do know this. Being
Okay,
lonely
that's like
does things
that's
to
a
you.
pessimistic view of being lonely. There's also some good things you can do with it too, you
All
know.
the time, just
Develop yourself, pursue hobbies you've never done before. There's all kinds of cool things. All right, let's move on. It's okay. We establish you're lonely, and like, please don't suck me in. Let's just get on with it. Hello, viewer. Okay, Black Cat. Ominous. Holy shit, look at the blocks. Runberg. I'm assuming that's how they said. Oh, cinematic. Look at that piano. Marchant. Okay, it can't be zombie because, like, there's two different vehicles just going by very chill. There's no undead chasing or something, so it's not a zombie game at the very least. So we'll have to see what it's about. Okay, this is the new train, DE train, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. Yeah, they changed the bomb site a lot. In fact, they changed the bomb site so much there's actually a live running train that's gonna run you over. These are all very Northern European sounding names, by the way. Aina Hatlevik. Like, that sounds like a girl's name. If it's something you've heard in your own country, please let me know. Damn. Sound of thunder. Is something gonna happen? It's like, okay, piano's nice, but it's tense, and, you know, there's tense things need some kind of resolution. Hey, is this supposed to be us? Stockholm, so okay. Please, I beg you, just something that I can do. That cinematic's over. Another cinematic! Oh my god, is this game just gonna be all cinematics? Well, fellow viewer, you and I are gonna be in this together, just chilling. B Nova.
what happened?
No way. Just the way that guy crawled was... Oh. Run him over. Yes! Oh, no, he's just gonna get away. Oh, no, he did run him over. Oh, I called it. I've actually been run over by a car, guys, if you didn't know. Would not recommend it. I didn't choose to, and funny enough, it was a nurse who did it to me. Am I in a padded cell? Wait a minute, this was the guy who got knocked out before. Rewind. Oh my god, this is kind of messed up. Wake up. Take the crime. You know, if this game has jump scares in it, that's not going to be the nicest thing ever. But we'll have to experience it together and see what it's all about. All I know is that I have a... Do I have to go out in the dark? Oh, man. All I know is I have a camera and I'm in some kind of room. Oh, well. Let's go. Why do I have to take pictures of these things? What did that say? Alright, cool. An X right there. Oh, there's a dead body. Oh, there we go. There's a door. No, there's an X. Alright, we go down. Brave people. We are. And where's the next X? There it is. Another door. X there. X here. Ew. Terrifying. Okay. Door opens. X right there. We fall down. Another door. I want to be able to read these things. Hello, Wraith. What monitor did you use? So, okay, what's the actual monitor? I don't know, but I have an Acer 140. That was like the Grudge woman. I am not liking this one bit. I use an Acer monitor, 144 hertz for my main, and then I have an HP monitor that's just, I think, 24 inches standard. This is really far. Oh, there we go. Dude, this audio is a bit messed up. I hate that! Alright, it's over. Whew, we made it through. So what, can someone explain, if someone's played this game before, what was the point of that jump scare? What was I supposed to learn about the story? Where am I?
How did I get here?
This is the first thing I asked when I came out of the womb, people. Like, how did I get here? Please don't put me in another dark room with more jump scares. I can't handle it. Lost in a city. Well, we also know what city it is. It is Stockholm. If we have any Swedes here, is it this much of a shithole? I mean, I kind of like the vibes of this cold, frozen, desolate, leafless place. Brislarm Unga. Unga Bunga. Stockholm. See? I called it. I get a knife. And we just go about exploring. Alright, let's see what this game is all about. Press tab to access your inventory. Okay, I have a phone. Simon, is that who we are? And we have a switchblade, which I think is legal in Texas, but not where I was in Minnesota earlier. Alright. Oh, man. I feel like I'm gonna shit myself in fear playing this game. Oh. Yeah, you saw that? You saw that? This is not okay. Okay, hold. There was someone here. Oh my god. I am already. Oh, there we go. We just opened a door. Guys, I'm so not okay playing this game. I feel like something's gonna just jump at me from the corner. But hey, it's got source mechanics, so I at least know that, hey, I can use like some counter strafing. Oh, would you like just if you were playing this, or if this was IRL, like would you ever go there? Like you see something boarded up there, like it gives me like vibes of like the It movie, and you'd see the clown over there. Oof, stairs that are broken. Oh man. Yep. No, my God, I'm gonna shit myself. Yeah, no. I am not ready for this. Ugh. I knew what was gonna happen as well. No. Fine. I have a knife. This is so not okay. Well, can I go up here though? Seems like not. So we'll just It's okay, Source Engine game. You can't scare me. Jesus Christ, it's foggy in here. Use your mobile phone as a source of light. Equip combine. Ew. Okay, let's just... Please help me. Alright. That's great. How do I use this as a flashlight? Oh, there we go. Booga! There's gonna be someone right here. Woo-doo! Oh, a cycle. Can I get on it? I don't need this right now. You don't know. I like cycling. Alright, I don't think we need the light anymore. People, is Stockholm this scary? Yo, man, I love the content. Start b-hopping. I'm gonna try, Adrian. At the same time, I feel like I'm gonna b-hop somewhere, and then there's just gonna be a ghost, and I'm gonna shit myself in fear. So, it's gonna be a fine line between b-hopping, because, you know, we're gonna style across this map, versus b-hopping because, I'm just trying to cope, about getting jump scared. It may reach the point where, you know what, I may just give up this game and decide, you know what, I'm not in a mood to get jump scared for no apparent reason when I'm all alone at night, and I'll just probably play some CS or something. But for now, pretend this is like an old CS map or something. A fucking dead end. Insane. Tower right there. Woo! I do lose stamina doing this, so I can't infinite b-hop. Church bell, scary. Alright, you know what? If we're gonna be a delinquent, we might as well keep the switchblade equipped. Dude, this game is spooky as hell. But at the same time, it's used jump scares, which to me feels like a cheap way of scaring me. It's also setting up some atmosphere. Okay, Jill username. That's very cool. Thank you. June summer. Now what? Now what? We went up here. Oh, we haven't gone there. No, we have. Do I go in here? Oh, I do. You know what? I'm so not okay playing this. I'm actually gonna just call it. This is way too nerve-wracking. Jesus fuck. Yeah, we're just gonna get into some CS and play some casual and see what it's all about. Looks like a map from CS 1.6. What's up, ADX? Yeah, it did. I mean, it did seem like the Source Engine. All I know is that, yeah, it was tense and not in a fun way. Maybe I'm not cut out for playing a horror game. So instead, you know what? I haven't had the chance to much practice some train grenades. So let's actually do that. And consequently, I think I'll rename my stream now. Testing train. If people have any ideas or grenades that they themselves have tested, please share. And otherwise, we'll just test stuff that I'm coming up with. Something that I did test out was from Pop Dog. What kind of execute nades can people throw? One is very simple, which is just going to be as you're coming out of Pop Dog. If you can see this black window in the distance, just aim at the bottom and walk one step. And I think there's also a way of throwing it where you don't even need to walk, which is you just stand right here on this wooden post. Just aim right there and throw. And yeah, these are good smokes for camera, as it used to be on Old Train. Doing any more chess tonight, King? Why not? Why not, Tekari? Sure, but not yet. First, let's explore Train a bit. And then the other smoke I came up with was a Z smoke, which was very straightforward, which is you see this black window above the train, just aim on this line, middle of it, and just run one step and throw your smoke. It will bounce off there. Okay, fuck this. But it works otherwise. It's just that in the demo. Run one step and throw, and there we go. We'll go over the train. It'll land right there. And I tried to design it in such a way where it spreads out here, but maybe I'm not throwing it right, or maybe the map got updated or something like that. Maybe aim at a different part. Another way we could try this is you just aim right there, and then run a lot and throw, and this should work as well. No, yeah, that works. That works. It spreads out. We do need to workshop this because I would ideally like to avoid such a kind of one way. Do you like the new train? Looks like an A map for me. I haven't played it so much, but what I have seen of it, it does feel like it's not. It doesn't have the essence of Old Train, which you could argue in its own way was an aim map because it had long range, close range fights. But as a T, you really need to work like very difficult map control to be able to take those aim duels. And this one, I'm not quite convinced is like that. Okay, we need to test this smoke out. Aim in the middle of this, throw. No, that does not work at all. And let's aim right there. Run and throw. Okay, that's a bit better. I think let's not run so far. So you line up here and throw. It's looking good, but still, I'm not able to quite eliminate this angle. Does anyone have any ideas for this? Anyone actually tested any of these things, of these nades out, or have anyone else's guides or lineups that they could share? Otherwise, I am mostly just fooling around and struggling to find this. But that's okay. Another thing that you should consider is that when you're coming out here, you probably want to molly back sight, hell. And you can do it without actually exposing yourself. You can just do it like from here or like this. Okay, that one didn't work, but the second one did. And, you know, from here, you're at least not fully exposed, but yeah, you are a bit exposed. One flash you could probably use. Did they make this bigger? I don't think it was this big when I first played this. Yeah, they changed this. No wonder the nades weren't working. I don't remember Pop Dog being this big, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Can't quite tell. But okay, one thing you can do is you can just stand right here, aim at this grill, and just throw a flash, and it pops over you as you swing out. Like, it pops right there. So anyone holding you, they just have to turn around. So that's a pretty nice flash you could use to get out. Of course, it's an obvious flash, so you have to use it in such a way where you're going to be peeking angles that someone's already holding, and you're punishing them for being out in the open. So you probably need to combine it with a smoke for camera and a smoke for Z. One smoke I posted on Jackson's channel, CS2 Tactics, was B-Rush smoke. So that was very straightforward. You're just going to be aiming at this line at the top, walk to the bottom, and just do a jump throw while walking. And just make sure the line you're aiming at is the one that's just visible as you come off this roof. So it's going to look like this. You see that? Walk and just jump throw. Very loosey-goosey, super general, as they say. And that's a pretty nice Z smoke. It lands nice and fast. It doesn't take too long. It lands right before your rush. And essentially what's going to happen, if you decide to rush down here, it's going to be up there. You have some space to take. Yeah. Besides that, another one I was testing out was a Z-Smoke lineup from here. And I think the lineup I had was this. So I'm just aiming at the middle of this line right there and just do a jump throw. And this one I think was a pretty solid Z-Smoke. Okay, I don't know why it didn't work this time. I feel like maybe since the last I checked the map, there was an update. So maybe just try this again, but see if it Yeah, there we go. Now it works. Nice Z-Smoke. Lands here. Covers everything. Of course, it allows them to run to the back here. But if you want to throw any kind of fast Z-Smoke from around here, I don't think there's a way to throw one that actually lands on this side right there. Jakari, is there a molly that spreads to all of the top bomb train from Pop Dog? The one from Pop that gets all of backside was nice. Yeah, so I have been testing out this. I used to have a lineup in CSGO which would land in the middle of bomb train from inside Pop Dog. You'd crouch and just do a jump throw, and it would land like this. But in CSGO, of course, you had two of these big bulky train parts. You had one here, and I was able to get a molly that would land in between them. But I haven't yet found one from inside Pop Dog itself that lands in the back. Now, I'm wondering if you could throw something like that. No, it doesn't seem to be like it. Maybe while crouching, but then, of course, you have to avoid bumping into this. It's not that easy. So, yeah, this is something we're going to have to keep testing out. And I honestly don't think it will be possible. It's possible to Molotov here from inside Pop Dog. You can molly here from T main, though, without even swinging too wide. If you see that window, just aim right here, run and throw, and at least it will do the job. I think when you throw this molly, the most important thing is just to make sure there's nobody playing headshot angles right around here. It's okay if the molly doesn't burn all the way here or spread all the way here. As long as they're not able to swing this side, the molly probably does its job. So there is that to consider. The other thing I'd love to check out is Ivy nades. So if you flash... Oh yeah, there's no dumpster anymore, so this becomes a really tough fight. And this is kind of stupid too. I remember, I think this was in World's video, that like, yeah, this just blocks the peak that you would like to take. But whatever, if you're able to get across, what's the standard Ivy smoke you'd throw now? Is it just going to be aim right there, run and throw? No. By the way, I'm not going to be using any practice mode or anything like that, so essentially I'm testing out all these nades with just how anyone would do it on a Valve server. Alright, let's just aim at that. That doesn't work either. Okay, this is a bit fucky, and I think we'll save this for later because I don't want to have to wait these smokes out. I had posted with Jackson a smoke that we'd come up with, which was this one right here, I believe, on the iron. You aim right there and do a jump throw, but it seems like they patched it. Valve doesn't let me cook, so all the good things I come up with, Valve says no. Yeah. Alright, let's go back to Ivy and test that smoke. I'll probably just aim right here and throw this. Let's just check that out. No, that doesn't work either. Interesting, very interesting. Just go a bit wider. Okay, so there is this thing that you can use as a reference, and now the smoke will go a lot deeper. And now let's just aim here. No, that doesn't work. Here. Okay, that's a lot better. So aim right there. Run and throw. And there we go. It is a form of Ivy smoke. Honestly, it was close enough to landing to both these, so maybe don't run as far, and you have the Ivy lurk smoke you want. So you're just going to aim right here, run a bit, and then just throw the smoke. Please be good. It's decent. I still think someone can peek right around here, though. But nobody can peek from this side. So, you know, it does the job. And I guess if you throw a molly in front, it will let you lurk up. But, okay. If anyone has any advice on any Ivy smokes that they've seen in their games recently, that'd be pretty cool. The other flash that I saw, the best T-Con flash, T-main flash, to throw as a T, very straightforward. All you're going to do is you're just going to aim right there. So you see this pipe, just aim right there and do a jump throw. Now, what you want to practice is to line it up such that the pipe is like, it lines up with this light right there. And then just do a jump throw. And this should be a good flash. Like that. Because it pops right over this lip, so it hardly ever blinds your teammates, but as you can see right here, it's going to destroy people who are just holding T-Con from there or from here, tightest possible angle. I guess the one thing you have to worry about is if they're playing an ultra long range angle, they don't get hit by it for that long, so you probably want to smoke this off or throw a smoke here or something like that. Because if you, or, you know, you just at the start of the round send one player to cross here and then tuck in here so that they at least control it and they can check right here off of a flash without actually being exposed to that. The other thing that I wanted to find was a smoke lineup for Sandwich that landed in a very particular way. I'll show it what I meant by it. So the one I came up with lands perfectly in the middle of these trains. It connects this train and that train, and it connects the wall here with this. So, like, it's a perfect lurk smoke. But I haven't found a fast lineup for it. The one I found was from the front of this back bollard, and then I put my -2Y on this wood right there. So it looks like that. And then I do a jump there. But this is not an easy lineup. It's not a fast lineup. I'd like to see a fast lineup that just lands. I know some people have been coming up with something like this. Was it? Let's try that. Okay, that wasn't quite it. But, yeah, like, people have sandwich smoke lineups that will work out. Who will win the major? Who do you think will win? Well, definitely not Falcons, eh? Yeah, like, that team's having a nightmare. I don't know. I haven't followed the recent few months, like, the last 1 or 2 months of Pro CS, but it really does seem like it's completely open-ended in that Navi seems to be the favorite, but you do have G2 looking pretty solid, even though they're not a solid team at all. And yeah, it's just, we'll have to figure that out. Hi, I'm Tejas. What's up, Tejas? Hope you're well. That Bush guy. So yeah, I think probably, I would root for Navi, but G2 could win. Maybe Vitality. Vitality is also going through a complete shit show right now. They don't have... everyone seems to be leaving. There's rumors that Apex might be leaving. Who knows? So, wild stuff. And then another flash that I've been trying to come up with is just a B rush, or Brownhall's rush flash. So something that just allows you to come out here and take this fight naturally, but I haven't seen anything yet. You gotta smoke for lower B. That works better than just tossing it down. It seems the CTs have more space now out of Z. For lower B, so you're talking about right here, peeking this. Well, okay, there's 2 ways to throw this smoke, right? One is to throw a smoke that lands here, and it allows the CTs to lurk behind and then come up here. Or the other option is you throw a smoke that lands here and doesn't even allow them to come out. I think both have a case for it. When I used to play train with my team, we actually liked the smoke that landed right here. You just need to know that when you throw this, you're basically like setting up a post plant because you're allowing the CTs to come back here. So you have to do it with an intention that you're going to get the bomb plant and play the post plant. You can't do it with the intention of, oh, we're going to just take B site really fast and they'll get locked out. That won't happen. For the Z smoke, the one that I have is from right here on this box. And then I was aiming right there. So I was just going down here and then a little bit wide and then I did a jump throw. And I think this was working. Yep, this works. And I like this one because it, spreads out here. It smokes all of this. It lands pretty fast. If you want to throw a B smoke from... that lands like on the Z side. Then the one I think I had was something like this. I need to remember the exact lineup, but I think it was on the bottom step. Just line up here, crouch, and just aim in the middle of this. Let's test this. Oh my god. Gotta break the window first. Let's just use that lineup. I'll just rethrow right now and we'll see how it works. Does it land? Yeah, it lands here. I hope it doesn't spread out much. It doesn't. So you could use that smoke if you want to. Are there any slow landing smokes from spawn that fly over A site and land deep in Z? Or would that be impractical? Slow landing, what do you mean by that, Taikari? So an example would be like the one that I came up with is you get stuck on the gray bollard and you're just going to be aiming right there. So you see like the shadow and the white line. Aim there and do a run jump throw. That's like tap W and jump throw. And that one lands here. I prefer Z smokes that bloom outwards. But a case can be made for a Z smoke that lands deep as well. So that's one you could use for A rushes. Oh, that's sick. Never mind what I said. So I'm assuming that's what you were asking for, the Z smoke. Sure. That looks wonderful. Thank you, Wraeth. Oh, damn. I'm a Christmas decoration instead of being a ghost. You're welcome. You're welcome, Rune Bishop. That Bush guy, to live stream, I think you need to be above age. I think you need to be of a certain age to live stream. So be careful. I'm not sure you can just easily live stream. Yeah, so that's currently what I have on train right now. There's the classic lineup that Val recommended, this one right here. I much prefer just aiming at the bottom of this wood right here and do a jump throw. This is pretty much the same smoke, same camera smoke, but it just lands a lot better. I think one thing that will probably become meta, and you should probably do that, is you have a teammate throw a sandwich smoke for you. You jump out here, and then you just throw a Molotov there. And just with that molly and a smoke here, you're applying so much pressure on the CTs because you can lurk out here and take this fight and try to fight for pop dot control. So, I don't know, maybe that's nice, maybe it's not nice. We'll really have to play this map a bit more just to see what that's all about. Yeah. And oh, this is a bonus tip. This was a smoke I was testing out. So you run along this back wall, and what you're going to do, you're going to aim right here. So you see this like rusted patch on the wall? Just aim right there as soon as you see it and run forward and do a jump throw. So in one go, it will look something like this. And then you can rush out with this smoke, and the idea is it's going to be a smoke that lands on this side right here. I didn't throw it properly, though, because it's supposed to land before you rush out. So let's just test it out right now. First, we dilly-dally, just to make sure the smoke fades. Wraeth, no Xmas for you. Thank you, yes. I am not religious, so I guess I wasn't going to celebrate Christmas anyways. But yes, no Wraiths. Wraith only. Alright, let's test out the smoke. So you're going to run out here, aim right there, run and jump throw, and then, yeah, as you're rushing out. Okay, it lands a second, it blooms a second after you're going to be jumping out. But you get the idea, and it most certainly should be something that we can actually get working if maybe we just aim right there instead. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. So that could be a cool rush smoke. I don't know if it's going to work, if it's useful, but it works. Can you boost in B halls to see if there's anyone in B site or on B red train? Let's see what you're talking about. So you're talking about this angle right here, I believe. It should be possible to do this boost, right? Yeah, oh, most certainly. The thing is, though, I'm not sure how much of the site you'll actually be able to clear from here, but you can most certainly spot someone from that boost right there. Yeah. Yeah, but we have this smoke right here. I'm quite a fan of this smoke. And then you can just aim same place and do a middle click jump throw, and that's like a simple entry flash because it just pops over here. It does the job. So, you know, that's standard B execute nades. I know some people were talking about a lineup that lands right here. It's probably a good idea. I can't see that being a bad idea. The thing is, I'm not sure you can throw that lineup from right here. So you probably just have to wing it like this. That's close enough, yeah. You can always refer to other people's lineups as well. What I do not like about this current map, though, is what they did to Pop Dog. I like, this change right here is just, to me, kind of dumb. It just slows the map down. Do you have a bind for jump throw, or do you throw with space, Sine? I have to throw with space now, as most people do. I'm sure there's someone out there who's going to say, like, oh, this is like a hack to still get, like, a jump throw bind for it. But why bother if Valve just seems to not care about it and then, like, patch it out every time they try to address it? Just learn how to do it with space. And sure, they made it a bit more noob-friendly, so we just kind of have to accept it. There's no more jump throw bind. I've gotten used to it, but sometimes when I'm about to do a W-tap jump throw, I still click my old bind, and that's a bit frustrating, but, you know, we will work through it. It's not that huge a deal right now. Yeah. One thing I've been testing a lot, this angle right here for the CT side, if you're anchoring B site, oh, what an angle. It's like a free kill if someone walks out here, and in the pug that I was playing, the T side, it was like a 4v3 or something. They grouped up right here. They threw like some kind of weird lurk smoke, and they tried to like do a like pop out of this. And it was literally, these were the freest kills of my life. Because I just stand right here. Nobody can peek me from the top of the platform. Because this, like, who's going to peek this way? You're just so exposed here. So what essentially happens is, as they're jumping down on site, as they're midair, is when you just get to click their heads and kill them for free. So beautiful angle to, like, hold down, like, a B site from. So definitely give that one a try. And then we can have a look at the bathwater here. Ugh. Yeah, there used to be so many cool nades. None that I think work now anymore. Okay, one thing we can test, though, that probably is another cool thing, would be a consistent Molotov for the CT side that lands on T-main. Because the CT molly, of course, has been nerfed to oblivion, so let's test that out. Okay, it burns from corner to corner. And just to explain it to the viewers, how I threw it was, I run out like leftwards here, and then I just aim between these two here, and I kind of like have it lined up like it's right under this black window, and then just run one step and do a jump throw, and that works pretty well. Seems like a consistent enough Molotov for that. So you're just gonna come out here, jump throw, and then you can bounce a flash off like this and then peek with it too. So, you know, there are options. This flash, you could also technically peek from this side. That's something we'll probably have to figure out. Like, right, you're going right around here. Not quiet. Maybe aim higher. Yeah, the geometry is still a bit weird, but hey, you throw the molly, you come out here, you throw this flash, and then you can peek with it. Maybe that's cool, but of course you have to be careful of this angle. I know Jackson on his video put out a flash lineup that pops somewhere. Was it something like this? Pretty close. Maybe let's just aim in the middle of... No, that crouch and aim in the middle? No, that doesn't work. Point is, if you throw a flash here, it's guaranteed to blind anyone holding this angle, so you can peek from here. That might be cool. Do you like the rain on the map? I don't hate it. I think weather effects is something that is sorely needed to spice up what the maps look like. So here's a thought process. Imagine they rework Cobblestone and they make it like a snowy version. Like Cobblestone already was one of the prettier maps in CSGO, and now you release it with a cool weather effect. That'd be so nice. So yeah, I think the rain's fine. The way they've done it, it doesn't interfere with the gameplay at all, and to the skin cells, it just adds something nice to the game. So there's that. Taikari, is there a molly from upper B halls that hits the new CT angle on B? Or maybe a smoke that lands on top of the hut and blooms down to block CT vision? So that's an interesting question, right? Like, can we do something about this angle? And in terms of what you're saying, waterfall smoke, like, that works. But the reality is, I just don't see it being viable to like pop out of here. So this is probably just a spot you use to like anchor down some of the angles as your teammates are clearing the site. So you just trade from here, try to punish the rotates. You don't really do much. But hey, that smoke worked out. It may be possible that there's smokes that land somewhere right here, and then you use that to take some cover in clearing sight. But the reality is, like, you will always be exposed to Z anyways, and when you're coming out of upper, usually your job is just going to be to help trade or post on Z. So I don't really see you needing much nades from there. The molly you're asking for here, well, you clearly can't throw anything from right there, right? That's way too wide if we have a look. But it may be possible that you get close up here, and then you bounce a molly off somewhere from there. Right, so you get close, aim at this light maybe. Wow, interesting. Okay, let's try a jump throw instead. Oh my god. Well, you're getting an insight to how I test out my grenades. You're already exposed, by the way. So I don't think there was a consistent way of throwing this Molotov right here, as far as I can tell. You probably just have to peek out and clear this. Of course, you can flash this. I believe just throwing that flash that I showed earlier right here should do the job. This should hit this angle. Yeah, it hits that angle right there. Pops right there. So that will at least help you clear it. And yeah, you're in for a rude awakening if you think this is a T-sided map. Maybe Valve have made the newer version a bit more T-sided, especially on A site. But still on B site, like, entering is just annoying. You come out here and there's a million different angles. And there's no way to isolate it beyond just hoping your teammate throws a good flash and then you beat the CT and then you can do it. Yeah, they just... laptop probably cannot handle CS2. You can't really play it on that. That's okay. Yeah, but most of what Valve has done to this map is probably not my favorite. They remove so many of the fun angles, both for the CTs and the Ts. Just to make a case in point, as a T side, one of my favorite things to do if I had a good spawn was to rush Pop Dog, because you're fighting for map control with a good spawn and like playing aggressive. And now there's no option of doing that because you can't rush Pop Dog as a T side. You have to prevent the B Halt's push first. So the CTs get this for free, and you can't really contest A site. Now, why is this a bad thing? Well, for many rush strats, you taking fast Pop Dog was really powerful because you controlled the flank, you had another angle of attack on the A site, especially if you're going fast. But now that's not just the option. And what that means is that, like, Valve have dumbed down the map that, like, if you want to rush A, there's only one way of rushing A, which is your whole team just rushes out of T main. And that's kind of boring. Like, compare Old Train to that. There were so many cool things you could do on Old Train. So, yeah, that's a bit frustrating that, like, the most interesting part of the map was deleted. But, hey, people will come up with ways to deal with it. I was thinking something along the lines of you come right around here, throw a molly like this. Or maybe let's aim at the other side of the door. So yeah, you peek like this, throw a molly. As a T-side molly, it will burn all the way up till here. And if you have a teammate who throws a very simple smoke from here, right there, then that combo of util will at least let you take like long pop as, or long dog as Valve hilariously calls it, right? Like, as you can see, like, this makes it a lot easier to take that map control. The reason I'm recommending all these nades is because on a good level, this should basically feel like this should be an op angle, right? Like, okay, should it be an op angle? No, but it will be an op angle in that you can just have an upper post up here. And how the hell do you flash this guy? Like, this is going to be so hard. And a good opper will just hide and then re-peek after the flash. They can also tuck in on this side. They could have a rifler hiding here or here. So really, like, you have to use util to clear this if you're playing this slow. Cool flash, thanks for trying out the molly anyways. Yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint, but hey, don't blame me. I love testing bonkers util. Blame it on Valve for, like, limiting the amount of util you can throw. New Train does feel very watered down compared to the CSGO version, pun intended. Yeah, most certainly. Washed out is another way of describing it, right? Dav, I like the changes for T-side coming out of main, but the way CT side gets all of Pop Dog for free now sucks. Yeah, and honestly, this is one of the reasons why you probably as a T should be contesting this at the start of the round. Because if you can get that info and just deny the CTs from fast rushing it, you have an easier chance of, like, getting that map control. But yes, you're not wrong. This does entirely suck. Oh, by the way, here's another cool boost that I tested out with Jackson, which was that if you have a smoke that lands right there, so you're able to come out, you stand right here, or even better, stand a bit wider, so stand right here, and then just hold this angle, and then your teammate, they come out, they jump on top of you from here, and then they should be able to peek over the smoke and maybe catch someone off guard. And in the meanwhile, they're safe from this angle because you're a bit wider holding the angle for you. So give that boost a try. I think I tried it in a pug, and it definitely got us a kill. Yeah, well, ADX, the map is not going to be played for Pro CS because there's a major coming up with Vertigo in it. So yeah, a lot of changes can happen, but I really do believe Valve will never bring back the old ladder room. And that's a damn shame because that ladder room was, again, iconic. It was just how Train was meant to be played. And honestly, I think CS2 was would have fixed most of the issues that were there with Pop Dog. So, like, having weird smokes and, like, your Molotov not covering Pop Dog, one molly not sufficient to cover Pop Dog. All these things would have been fixed anyways. So it's a bit of a shame that, you know, we can't have Pop Dog as it used to be. Another smoke that I was trying to test out was something like this. Middle of this here. Aim, I think, right there. Kind of a lurk smoke that lets you come out to E-box, as you can see. But I'm not sure it's necessary because I think it's harder to clear long dog than it is to get out of here. But, you know, just so you're aware, there is a lurk smoke that, as I just showed, that you could probably test out that maybe gives you something in pugs. Yeah. W boost. Thank you, Tyler. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, there are a lot of dumb decisions as well that Valve made in this map. Like, for example, I don't see the point of this dumpster anymore. Like, why do you need this dumpster when now you have an open skybox so you can throw nades from all over the map anyways? Like, the dumpster in CSGO was necessary because you needed to line up certain grenades that there were no ways of throwing because there was no open skybox. And also, this iron beam is so dumb. Like, it just blocks nades. Please, get rid of it. It serves no purpose. I get it. It's for, like, the realism. Like, hey, this crane right here operates on this sliding iron. I don't care. Just break it. Make it look like it's not functioning. Because this is just dumb. It makes it harder for the T's to throw nades. It's just silly. Yeah. Rip Heaven. I don't miss it. I think Heaven was a bit too gimmicky. It really didn't add much to the game beyond just, you know, more headaches for both sides to have to deal with when they're executing or retaking a site. Yeah. The other thing is there are a lot of nades that maybe could be cooked from throwing right around here, right? Like you come around there, maybe you do some kind of run jump throw, and it can bounce in such a way that it lands down here and does some damage. But really, I'm not convinced that anyone's found anything yet. I know there was this French guy on Twitter that had a smoke that was something like this, that bounced off this roof and then landed like right here and waterfall down. That was super cool. Of course, not as good as the one Jackson and I came up with that landed right here. But hey, Valve removed both of those smokes because Valve doesn't like having cool things in their game. Do you think that they did that so people couldn't just noob chuck flashes over and you had to be a little bit more precise? Well, what is the point of these lineups and like the maps? Is it that you have to be really precise for throwing grenades, or is it more that you just click heads and the nades come automatically? So, for example, like I can explain this lineup as like this is the easiest rush flash that you can throw because it pops right above here, doesn't blind your teammates, it clearly hits all the common angles. But an argument could be made that why do we need super precise flashes? Like, let's just throw simple flashes from that, and just something like this should work. But hey, there's a potential of this iron beam just blocking that flash. I don't like that. And you maybe think you're a good grenade thrower, so you want more complex lineups and other people to not have easier lineups. But Valve clearly doesn't seem to feel that way. Valve wants to be able to throw simple nades and make it straightforward to people so they can just play, right? Like, Valve removes the jump throw bind because they're like, oh, this is ridiculous. You can't have good players having a jump throw bind that noobs don't understand. So let's just make it a very simple, forgiving keystroke that you can do. So, I don't know. I just think this iron beam right here is silly. It serves no purpose. Another thing I was testing was, would it be possible to bounce some kind of grenade off of this? So like a Molotov would be really cool as a T-side. You're rushing out and you throw it off that. It might be cool to come up with a lineup for it just to see. Oh, that was actually super close. So let's just run a bit more. No, that doesn't do it. Aim a little lower and jump throw. We need to do it a lot lower. There we go. Okay, it does land somewhere, but can we make it land someplace interesting, like maybe a Molotov that lands here? That actually might be pretty cool. Let's test it out. I see no reason not to test it, because I have been answering everyone's questions diligently, I hope. So everyone is content with what I have provided them. And if you have more questions, please ask. I'm not opposed to answering them. But let's just try to come up with a lineup for a Molotov like this. So I hope you're getting the idea, right? Like, it bounces off this and then lands straight here, just flushing this angle right off. Again, I don't know how useful that Molotov is, but hey, we're going to test these things because that's the sort of shit I do, right? So line up on the pipe, and the idea would be maybe let's aim here, jump throw. That doesn't quite work. That's close, but I'm starting to realize I think we have to do it from behind. So okay, let's line up on this circle right here. Right there. Too high. Line up on the circle. Let's aim lower. Let's aim right here. Still high. Okay. Getting a lot closer. So we aimed right here. Let's aim right here and test it out. Hey, that did hit this, but okay, it doesn't actually land there. So, okay, maybe it's not easy to get this Molotov to work, because clearly this is the spot where you can actually hit it and get the angle right, but it does seem like there's a lot to travel. And by the way, this is something I mentioned to CS2 Tactics as well. Sometimes if you're struggling with a grenade lineup, the easiest way to find that lineup is to reverse throw it. So you go where you want the grenade to land, and then try to like bank it off, and then experiment with seeing like what the angle would be where the original grenade could be thrown from. And in this case, it does seem like this is a Molotov that just simply doesn't work. So yet another way in which this iron beam is just stupid, because it's just there to block grenades, but it doesn't actually open any other possibilities for you. So, boo-hoo. That's not quite fun, is it? Also, are there any good rush flashes? There used to be all kinds of nice flashes for rushing on CSGO. There was one flash where you'd throw it off the wall here, and it would be a curved, slanted wall, and it would pop right here. And it blind people who CTs who were rushing out. That was such a great flash. But right now, we could test out something like this, maybe. No. Are there places the grenade can go through? Not really. And are there places the flash can pop where it won't blind you, but it will blind CTs? I'm just trying to get a sense. Maybe if a flash pops right here, but even that, this is probably better. And what might be possible is if the flash bounces off this beam and pops right here. Okay, it's still tough to make it land here. Hey, quick question. What do you think about this update to train? Well, I made a whole video on it, Glock Reaper, and I have been doing that over the course of the stream too. So just hang around, and I'll be addressing things as I'm going along the map. You can, of course, ask specific questions, I'll give them. But if you're just asking a broad overview, that's a bit tough to get into right now while I'm trying something out. So, you know, just ask a specific question about a specific spot on the map. So yeah, a flash like that. Hey, that actually isn't bad, right? Like, you're just rushing out here. Guys, I'm throwing a flash. Turn around. And no, that one doesn't work because it pops behind here. So, you really need to be close. But I think at this point, you're already taking a fight. So, it doesn't quite cut it. Another example of a flash that would be really good is you just bounce it off this, and then it pops in front of you, but also in front of the CTs. So, if they're right here, they also get blinded by that. I don't know. Maybe you just can't rush it. But I've been watching your videos for years. Thanks for the tips on maps. I'm glad you like them. And yeah, of course, hang around. I can answer more specific questions. Viking asks, why do you have a Norwegian flag in your window? Why not? It's a cool flag. It's a pretty flag. I am studying Norwegian as a language. And in general, as a metalhead, I have always been a fan of the Nordic countries. I like their metal scenes. Norway has one of my favorite bands. So, yeah, just kind of repping Norway, I guess, while I'm here. But, yeah, my Norwegian isn't excellent, but it is there. And I have received a Discord pop. So, let me just check what is going on there. Let's move that out of the way. Oh, it's Jackson. Cool. We can ignore Jackson. It's okay. Just don't tell him. I love Wraeth. Thank you, Simon Bente. Så du kan norsk. Hvor lenge har du studert norsk? I don't know Norwegian that well yet, but hey, I can already understand some of the words. Norsk is Norwegian. Hvor is like where, right? Lenge, don't know. Har du, that's like har is here. Du is you. Student, I'm assuming that's student. So yeah, Mayhem is good. I actually, Dirty Snow, you might find this funny, but I went to a concert where Mayhem were gonna play, and I skipped Mayhem. So yeah, I didn't really check out Mayhem. The concert, by the way, the bands were Blood Incantation, Gorguts, Mayhem, and Cannibal Corpse. And would you believe it? I skipped Mayhem and Cannibal Corpse. Instead, I went for Blood Incantation and Gorguts. And let me tell you, Blood Incantation are so good, and they released a new album. Check it out if you're into metal. That being said, I still prefer their previous album, The Hidden History of the Human Race. Such a great album. Oh, I love that one. Okay, Viking, I'm glad you like it. And don't worry, I'll catch up. Like, the thing is, I wasted 2 years studying Finnish. And, well, they were good years, and I don't hate Finnish. You know, that's 2 years I maybe could have spent in Norwegian instead. So it's okay. We're catching on Norwegian now. No way. Yeah, exactly, Dirty Snow. I skipped Mayhem of all things. But okay, just so you know, my favorite band right now of all time is Enslaved. And Enslaved are from Norway, and by God, are they so good. Oh, thank you for clarifying, Viking, what the question was. Yeah. Bot Feast. Hi. Hello, Bot Feast. Yeah. Another thing I'm going to miss with this new train is the flash for, like, rushing Pop Dog. So it was something like this. Ignore where it lands right now. But you run wide here. You're going to aim at the wall. Just run forward, throw the flash. And it goes down the ladder. You jump down the ladder looking up, so that the flash doesn't hit you because it pops below you. The flash blinds right there. Any CT who's rushing into Pop Dog, they see a flash pop in the ceiling, they get blind, and then you fall down and you insta-kill them. One of my favorite plays to make, can't do it anymore because there's no ladder to drop down or like fast rushing to do here. Finnish, your furniture will float if you speak Finnish. No, it will not, Viking. It's okay. But, hey, like, Finland has been having its own issues, and I kind of lost all motivation to study Finnish when I realized that I'll probably never ever be able to live there. So, sucks to be them, sucks to be me, but hey, we'll study Norwegian instead. Maybe the Norwegians are going to welcome me, unlike the Finns, and it will work out. That being said, speaking of Finnish, if any of you are into metal, do check out the Oranssi Pazuzu album that came out, Mun Tautuja. That was a great album. Again, I prefer Mestarin Kunsi, but their previous album, but it was a good album, and it's in Finnish, and like some of the songs, like just listen to Finnish, and I don't know all the words because again, it's one of the hardest languages in the world, but when you listen to, like a metal song with Finnish in it, you can imagine like, oh, this is some demonic language right here, and it totally fits the vibe. Okay, so besides the stuff I've shown, I don't really know anything else in Train that's really important or you're going to be missing out on or that I feel like I need to explore right now. So if anyone has any other questions about Train, please ask them now. Otherwise, I'm probably going to close Train and try something else. Yeah, I live in Tromsø, so I live like 2 hours away from the Finnish border. So I'm obligated to talk shit about Finns. Of course you are. And yeah, I have looked up stuff about Norwegian cities. I'd probably want to live in Oslo or maybe in Bergen. But hey, Tromsø sounds cool too. If I'm not wrong, Tromsø is the one that's high up north, right? So you get a lot of cool things going on. Oh, what's up, Dirty Snow? Mina vähän puhun suomea. Or no, minä puhun vähän suomea. A little bit of it, but that's the extent of it, right? I do know some of the like silly grammar rules that you've got going on in Finnish, but that's the extent. Whoa, take it easy, guys. I'm Finnish. Imagine, like the new Long Dog, you can fake B and have 2-3 people in Long Dog. Yes, you can, but even then, Pop Dog was more fun to fake out of. You throw B smokes and then you just drop down the ladder. That was so much cooler. Oslo is great. I have family out there. Okay, I'm glad you recommend it. I, again, would love to go there. Before I moved to Texas, I used to live in Minnesota. So I think I'm very used to winter weather and just like sort of like cold, shy people. So I feel like I'd enjoy it quite a lot. Yeah. Spelling, real. Yeah, totally. But okay, so what I was saying about faking B, right? Like you throw B smokes or you throw some presents and then you run down. This is such a long fake. Like look at the amount of time I have to run right now compared to dropping down a ladder, which is much faster. And by the way, for the CTs, I think it was more fun to punish that kind of fake because you could just sit here holding this angle, and if the T's are not careful, it's literal one tap city over here, like as they come down the ladder. I'm telling you, old Pop Dog with the ladder was an incredibly fun fight for both sides. It was punishing, but it was really fun. You should do an Italy video. I'll consider it. Yeah. Minnesota stand-up. What's up, Bliss? Are you from Minnesota? That'd be kind of funny if you are. Now, like 2-3 people already there. Already where? Okay, seems like nobody has any train questions. So there's really not much to do. Can you self-flash? It doesn't seem like you can. Yeah, dumb that they removed the ladder. 100% agree. What's the most T-sided map you consider to be currently? I would... So, if we're looking at the current map pool, it is undeniably Anubis. But I don't think Anubis is bad at all. I just think that like maybe it's a bit too T-sided. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Gliz? Minneapolis, born, raised, and living. I lived in Minneapolis for 9 years. In 2015, I came for my undergrad to the University of Minnesota, and you know, in 2023, I finished my PhD there. And boy, if there's any place in the world I'd love to live in, it would be going back to Minneapolis. Everything about Minneapolis I quite loved. This year I went to Gay 90s. That was pretty cool in Minneapolis. Yeah, what's the most T-sided map? Let's get back at that. Anubis is undeniably the most T-sided, and it's just because I think the Ts have better fights than the CTs. If maybe one aspect of Anubis were changed that to make it a bit more CT-sided, I think Anubis would be like perfectly balanced. Though maybe that's not necessary, right? Like I think it still plays fine, and it's a fun map to play. Vertigo is a bit more balanced as well, but honestly, Vertigo needs to go anyways, and hopefully it will. So it's okay. Who cares about that one? I used to solve Rubik's Cubes. In fact, I have them right behind me. You can check them out right there. There's a normal 3x3 Rubik's Cube there. There's a Megaminx. That's like a dodecahedron. And there's also a 7x7 Rubik's Cube called the Professor's Cube. And that one I use when I'm flying because I can spend 30 minutes solving it, and it's a great way to burn time. Statistically, also on HLTV, Anubis is the most T-sided. Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of obvious too, right? Like if you ever play Anubis games, like everyone wants to pick T-side. On what other map would you pick T-side? Yeah. Wow, cool. I took some PSO classes at the U during college, and I've been to Gay 90s too. Hell yeah, brother. That's cool. That's so cool. I'm assuming you're a guy, but you probably are if you're viewing my channel. You find any decent lineups for train of course? Yeah, there are a bunch that I showed earlier. This combo is pretty useful for A rushes. This is a run jump throw, the second one. Right, so you have a camera smoke, you have a Z smoke. They land pretty fast. You can use them for rushes. If you're coming out of Pop Dog, stand right here. If you can see that black window, just aim right here and throw that smoke. That's going to land there for camera. And if you want to throw a Z smoke, it's from the front of the pipe. Just aim right there. You see that thing? And just run a lot and throw. And that does the job, right? So those are good A smokes. And for B smokes, the one that I'm recommending from the box right here, aim right there. You'll see this line right here on the window under the bars. And just do a jump throw there. And then you can middle click, jump throw a flash. But yeah, the smoke lands there, flash pops here. So that's just standard execute utility. Nice finish. I can only imagine the struggle trying to learn. Very hard, even for native from time to time. Yeah, finish is most certainly hard. Some of the words are incredibly dumb, right? Like, Duolingo makes it incredibly hard as well. And they think it's funny when Kusi is like 6 and the moon, right? And no, Kusi is 6 and spruce. And I think also moon, right? And Goko is like a rock, but also like whole. Oh no, Kiwi is a rock. Kiwi is a rock, but like Coco is whole. It's just like weird. But I definitely was practicing it with my pronunciation. My pronunciation was on point. And that's actually one thing I really like about Finnish. It's a phonetic language, so like the way a word is written is exactly how it's spelled. Norwegian in that regard is not so friendly, right? Like it's got really funny pronunciation of words, but in its own way, it's really fun. And I think like one of the more cooler reasons for me to learn Norwegian is, again, to like chant to some like Norwegian verses to enslaved songs. So like there's the song, what's it called? Havenless. From the album Below the Lights, and it's got like a Viking chant about like exploring the world, like Daifori fra nor, motai annati, baklo brandeor, framfor deg nistrid. I'm assuming I'm saying it right. I'm probably not, but hey, whatever. Who's staying up for Spirit versus G2? Holy shit, is it G2 versus Spirit? I might even check that out. If they do bring Cobble in the future, what type of theme would it be, or will it stay the same? Well, I can't predict it. I'm not in Valve's pants, am I? But I mean, I have fantasies of what I'd like to see Cobble brought back as, right? I'd love to see a snowy Cobble. That'd be very cool. I'd love to see Cobble brought back to like what it used to be in CSGO and not the Halloween version. The Halloween version sucks. It removes all the fun fights and like the complexity of the map. So yeah, that wouldn't be fun. Yeah, Dirty Snow. If you're curious why I stopped learning Finnish, it's because I read way too many news articles about the Finnish government trying to make immigration harder by putting more language requirements and unemployment restrictions. And in general, like every news headline I was seeing about Finland was just more and more demoralizing. So even after like spending 2 years studying Finnish, I just realized like, what's the point? Like it's such a hard language to practice because I don't have many people to talk to in, and yeah, it's just like the country's just setting it up in such a way that I will probably never have any work opportunities there, despite being a doctor. So whatever, we let it slide. I would love a futuristic themed Valve from map from Valve. That's a cool idea. Okay, one thing I will say, Kang, is there are also workshop maps out there that would do that. So you should keep an eye out for the workshop maps. They also have that too. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Pollution. Much pollution. Goodbye, train. Alright, I think we should wrap it up with train, and maybe we just get off and try some normal map. Did you take language classes at the U? I might have known your Finnish teacher. No, I didn't take any Finnish classes at the U. I never got the time to. Like, by the time I decided I wanted to learn Finnish, I was already basically done with my PhD. So I was just studying Finnish on my own through, like, one textbook I got, and through Duolingo. In fact, let me go find that textbook. I'll just bring it back here, and then you all can judge. The Finns in chat can judge if it's actually a good book. Be right back. Alright, people. I am back, and the book, for anyone curious, is this one right here. It is Complete Finnish. It's a bit dusty. Complete Finnish by Terttu Linne. I'm assuming it's Linne and not Linnu. Linnu. But hey, maybe it's Linnu, because, you know, it's a Finnish person. And yeah, it's just, it's supposed to have a CD in it, but when I got it off of Amazon, it had no CD in it, which is okay. And it says, beginner to intermediate. By the end of the course, you will approach B2. I don't know what level that is, but hey, it doesn't sound bad. And in general, like, I can, you know, someone says, like, hey, read this passage. I will try to read it, and I'll probably read it as fast as I could read Hindi anyways. So that's actually a pretty good speed. Let's turn up the light here so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, just some stuff in here. Asun esim kadulla. Okay, I don't want long words. That is one thing maybe the Finns do a bit weird. They really like their long conjugate words. Kind of like German, is that not right? The language nerds would know. Uksi, kaksi, kolme. Yeah, that's another thing. I still probably remember the numbers, the first 10 numbers, right? It was uksi, kaksi, kolme, neljä, viisi, kuusi, seitsemän, kahdeksan, Udexan? Oh shit, what's 10? I can't remember 10. Oh well, who cares? I'm not Finn. Nobody cares. Alright, we need to get off train though. Do people have any specific requests of things they want to see? Any particular map they want to have me explain? I'll wait for the chat. Valve did say they made some updates to Overpass. Let me just check that out. You think you could show some lineups on Inferno? That's my weakest for lineups. Well, okay. Since you asked, Glock Reaper, we will do it. It would help if you explain what you feel you're missing out on in Inferno so that I can specifically help you out with that. But otherwise, I can just give like a quick demo of like what basics people should know. Yeah. Oh, how about a cool word, like long word that I'm not even going to bother trying to read out. Okay. Lento con sui. Sui kutur bin motoria pu mechanic qualiup sirio pilas. I know, whatever. I butchered it, but hey, you're the one asking me to you're the one insisting I read out such a ridiculous word, right? So, all right. We're in Inferno, and we're going to test out some nades as per Glock Reaper's request. Like T-sided banana or CT-side for A-side. Okay, cool. Generally, when you're fighting for banana, if you're going to fight inside banana, just bounce a Molotov aiming at that thing. That is going to land at the top of car, and it will just generally prevent any kind of aggression right around here or anyone right there. And that gives you the space to fight for banana. If they're doing anything weird, you can drop a smoke, you can fall back, you can push ahead. Be my guest. Excuse me. It's all the soda I'm drinking. If you need, like, next util, just aim above this line right there and throw that. That one lands right here on the yellow wall. Besides that, you can HE, you can wing it up. There's also smoke you can use for banana. That's pretty nice. And the way I line it up is I come right here into the barrel. And where I aim is, you'll see this yellow leaf sticking out right here in this gap right here next to the window. Just aim at the yellow leaf and do a jump throw. And this is a really nice smoke. It will bounce off there, land right there, lands really fast. And it lands such like it cancels the CT Molotov. And if you edge through the smoke, like you're basically, you've got like a really strong fight here for barrels, and it's tough for the CTs to spot. So that's just a basic banana control utility. Once the smoke fades, I think I can show, or even before it fades, I can show the CT cross smoke, which is just aim right there, and do a W tap middle click jump throw. So that's like both mouse buttons, and that one lands there on the boost. So that works, and then when you're executing, just throw a flash right there. That's good enough, right? Like, just keep it very simple. So that's basic B util. There's some lineups for the Molotovs. There's this one right here for Nubox. And I'm sure there was a Molotov lineup for oranges. I just can't remember it, but I'm sure people have posted those lineups somewhere, so you could use those, right? We got some Finnish explanation going on down there. Very cool, very cool. For A site on T, I think there's basically one that's essential, Moto Smoke. I line it up from like right around here, but it's very loose, right? Like you just come running up, stand here, and then just aim between here and there. So that's where you line up, just very loose, simple. And the reason I recommend that lineup is it's very intuitive and fast. Like I can just run up, throw the smoke, and then just run up A site, and it lands nice and deep and fast. In terms of taking brackets control, very simple stuff. If you're coming up from stairs right here, if you can see this whole window, just aim in the middle of this black line and just do a jump throw. And that will be your left side smoke. And then for right side molly, it's basically, if you can see this, I think the one I recommended in a previous video was aim right here, run and jump throw. If that doesn't work, oh well, you can experiment around. But yeah, that's some basic A side util. Yeah. CT side for A site. See, for A site on CT, you're basically just playing very reactive. So some good nades would be like the phase smoke that lands here. I don't have an exact lineup because it's spawn based, but you could look those up. Otherwise, one play I recommend is you get stuck here at the start of the round, and you just throw a smoke right there on that black spot you see there. And then you line up an HE to break it on that balcony, and just throw that, and then peek with it. And it breaks the smoke perfectly, and you can punish people right there. If you have a buddy who can line this flash up for you, I made a video on this, by the way. Just have them throw that flash at the same time you break the smoke, and there we go. You get close, flash pops, your HE pops, smoke breaks for like 1 second, you get the kill on someone right there, and then fall back. In general, just, you know, play defensive, and if the T's are throwing a lot of util for brackets, just give it up. And then defend A site. And then for defending A site, if you're playing balcony right here, this molly never hurts. You can also throw a smoke on top of it if the T's are the ones throwing the molly, for example. And then just in general, play good crossfires on site and trade your util and get some good damage. Any other questions? B defense on Ancient. We can get into that too, but any other questions on Inferno, anyone? All right, let's get to Ancient and explain what you can do there. Out of nowhere, these bots in the corner of my ear. I need help. Very annoying. Alright, let's switch to our blue UI just to explain it. B defense. You're either the cave player or you're the long player. If you're the cave player, just throw the standard Molotov like this. Middle quick jump throw, that lands right there. You can also throw an HE like this. Bounces up here, lands on the molly. You can play inside cave if you want to rush. There's also flash you can throw, like... Okay, that was close enough, but in general, it's a loose enough flash. Peek with it, take that kill. Swinging beyond here is a bit risky. You should probably only do it if you have a lot of info or you're playing aggressive with your teammates. You can also call for setups, otherwise just jiggle this. Some rounds play inside here, and then start playing angles here or here, or jiggle right here. And when you take contact and you feel like they'll actually push off of that, just smoke this off. And then, you know, peek after the smoke. If you're going to be playing long, pretty simple. Most people will just throw a molly like this. Aim lower and then it will land. So let's just go there. There we go. Pretty standard Molotov that just covers the B ramp. And then you can play from long side or you can play from the short side. You can throw an HE on top of that. And then in terms of angles you can pick, you can play around pillar if you're trying to defend here. You can play wood. You can jiggle or jump spot right here. That's pretty common too, right? Just be careful of this op angle. So if you're expecting the T's to have an op and they're going to play a very specific way hunting for a pick, maybe don't give them this fight. For Ancient, what about CT T for A site? Okay. For A site T, I don't remember all the exact lineups, but I think one is just you aim right there. Do a jump throw. That's a good CT smoke. Yeah, that should be a simple CT smoke. Yep. Just smokes all of that completely. And you can also throw a deep donut smoke right here. Crouch, aim right there. Or no, it's this one. And while crouched, do a jump throw. Yeah, that's... Okay, that's not quite it. That is not it. Is it this one? I swear, I bet it's this one. It's also not that one. Wild. Content creator right here. We can experiment around. That's not an issue. How do I not know this smoke? Okay, there we go. There we go. That's a pretty common smoke you can use. So you chain up the CT smoke and this smoke, and you know your teammates just come out. They can throw very standard flashes that just pop behind the box. Just aim off this corner right there. And the flash just pops behind the box. It's very hard to blind your teammates with it, but it covers most of the common angles. Another flash you can consider is maybe just aim right here. Pops behind there, so it does help in clearing in a CT maybe holding this angle because they get blind by that. So just some standard util that the T's can use for A. For CT, I don't know, it's just, you know, get info on what's happening A main. If you want something to play a bit reactive, one thing you can do, I was explaining this to a team I was pracking with earlier. My team, which is when you're on top here, just hold a Molotov aiming right here. And you will have a shadow advantage, so you'll see if people are trying to clear right here. And if you think it's going to be an execute or you see the shadow, just drop the molly and then be prepared to spray them if they run through it. And yeah, you basically can delay as a solo player on A. New trajectory messing with old lineup? No, I don't. Maybe that's the case XOX, but there we go. I showed you that it still works. So I think I was just aiming at a wrong spot. No pasar. By the way, people, I'll still continue touting this util belt. If you have the best spawn, as you run up the stairs, just aim right there. Run throw. Okay, let me do it in one motion, then it actually lands exactly how I want to show it, but there we go. You throw it like this, and that's going to be like the perfect molly that like spreads both front and back. And then immediately after throwing that, you can throw the HE on top of it by just aiming at the plants. That's the best util I know if you're playing at any level that you can throw as the first spawn. To molly close and HE close. And then of course you can pair up with the beautiful flash. Bounce it off the slanted wall, turn around a little, and then just peek a bit wide. Don't go all the way, but you can peek up till here. And that flash pops behind you, and it just makes it so easy for you to take that fight without the T's being able to react. So use that a little just to punish T's who might be rushing a lot. I use that combo with a teammate with double nades. It's so good. Are you talking about the mid control nades? Because yeah, they're pretty good. But besides that, like, there's the HE for here and the HE here. And maybe you can throw an HE here on an eco if you think they're going to be rushing. But besides that, like, I'm not really sure the CTs have much advantages for throwing HEs. You kind of just throw them at the start of the round and hope that that's over. Does every map in CS base on something in real life or only a few? I mean, okay, like, is this inspired by something in real life? Yes, but is this based in real life? I don't know. Are there any kind of, like, weird, like, watery, like, Latin American, Central American ruins that, you know, you could go exploring like this? I don't think so. I doubt it. If you could have lore for, like, every map. Anubis, like, I don't think it makes sense. It's just a collection of Egyptian architecture, and then you make a map out of that. Vertigo probably makes sense, right? Like, you just have a construction on the top of a skyscraper. That's okay. That's valid. Inferno, even that feels like a bit there. But maybe Inferno is possible. I can see an explanation for it. Mirage also feels very normal and possible in real life. But, yeah, in general, I don't think most of the maps are... They need to be based on something versus they're just inspired by... All right, people, I'm going to consider wrapping it up. In general, this was a nice stream, though we did not achieve what I set out to achieve, which was playing Cry of Fear because I got too scared. If you're clueless of what I'm talking about, you can just look at the first few minutes of the stream and see me not able to handle my shit from a scary game. So I decided not to play that. So... let's say our goodbyes. If anyone has any questions, I'll hang around for one more minute, and then I'll just wrap up the stream and probably go to sleep. No questions, eh? That's good. That's good. That means you're all smart and you got it figured out for yourselves. You know what? We could probably play a game of chess before we wrap this up. So let's do that. Just one game of chess. Play Fear for a quick second. It won't be scary, trust. No, Glock Reaper, I will not play Cry of Fear. Appreciate the content. Thank you, XOX. Right now I'm kind of in a content slump where I'm not really feeling the need to make any content. But I am sure soon enough I will have a moment where I want to make content. So let's change my position and let's actually play some chess. Jackhawk, fellow American. The Ponziani. You have to take, my friend. He should not take. Then I just get to develop my queen for free. Okay. Not convinced this is an optimal move because I have this. This. And the move I am contemplating is this one right here. But I also have this. And then you are just getting bullied a lot. Right? Like if I go here, you have this. I can still just kick you. No, then I have en passant. So yeah, this is a nice looking move. And now we apply pressure here. How do you stop this? Let me think. Let's be precise here. How do you stop this? You have to bring your king forward. And then I could actually castle here. This is the other move I'm considering is this one. And the idea is I'm just going to force him to have to trade queens. This is probably a better looking move. This works too, though. And the advantage of this one is if he castles, like I line up with the rook. Let's do this. All right, that just hangs a piece. Which piece should we get out first? Doesn't really matter. Let's get this one out, then castle here. I don't know what that does, but let's castle here. And now we can put our pieces on nice squares, like this. We're just up a clean piece. Okay, I'll use this chance to read some questions. Play with viewers, be a good vid, or you already did that. I mean, if you want to join, you're welcome to, but there's nothing to play for right now. It's okay. We'll just do this before night. When you play chess online on the site, it shows numbers. I never understood what it means. Are you talking about these numbers? That's the ELO rating. So if you play rated chess, which this is not a rated game, if you beat better players, you accumulate some points. It's just like CS2 rating, if you're curious. I see nothing wrong with just developing my pieces. Yeah, it's just so obvious he's going to do shit like that. Just take it. I could not care. I do not care that I have bad pawn structure. It's just going to make my attack so much easier. Tempting move that I could just set up taking this. Thing is, I have to lose too many pieces for that. So instead, let's just eye this pawn. All right. Kind of just like the look of this. He does get this free checkout here, but that's okay. So what? Yep. And we can just take this. I don't know why he hung mate there. Why did he take with his rook first? I mean, he should not have taken it at all, but whatever. On the left side, these numbers are not random. Oh, we're playing an Indian who is 1600, so basically me. He's going to play the Scotch variation of the Four Knights. He is. And let's just attack this. That's all fine. Ah, we're so chillin'. Chess is so hard and makes me annoyed every time. Why are you annoyed by it? Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's annoying. It just means it's one of those things of all time. I don't know why he wants to play into this isolated pawn kind of structure. I think just playing here makes sense. We're going to castle long. He wants to stay in the center? Okay, then. It's just so cringe, these people. Let's attack his pawn. Damn, I didn't know the new train map has a chess minigame. Amazing. Yes, my friend. This is just such an awful looking move. First, we're going to kick his bishop out. Then we're just going to take this free check. Come forth. Can't. Can he? Now we have this. Hmm. Oh. That's just an awful looking move. So let's calculate here. Are we winning? I'd like to believe I totally am winning. The move I'm considering is this, right? The safest move. Another move is I first put him out here. Then I throw in the check. But I don't need to do that, no. We can just trap his bishop. You always make some burger ultra blunder. Well, that's a skill issue. If you work hard enough, you study some chess, play some puzzles, you get very nice. Very demure move. Do I look like a woman to you? Yeah, this looks like a pretty solid move. The move I'm going to play is this. He's just fighting for that center. Attacking this. There's literally no point to these checks. Now you just lose this pawn unless you defend it. I can grab these pawns, but I don't want to. I want to defend this pawn so I can push it. My king has all these covered here. And now it's worth contemplating if I should just push some of my own pawns. So I'll probably just prepare this. Yeah, just like a solid game plan. A very easy endgame, I like to think. It's still possible to blunder it, but yeah, this move does nothing. Just weakens his position. I will probably just sidestep and prepare this push. This one right here. Not necessary, actually. In fact, we have a really solid move here that just completely kills him, which is, I'll just put this here. Interesting. I can defend that. Yeah, maybe this was the more better move, just defending this. We'll just defend this. And now we can just push this. Okay. Oops. Someone was too busy chasing a random pawn that literally changes nothing about the endgame. I don't know how this guy 1600 and thought he could go for this pawn. This pawn is just so stupid. Free pawn. Huh? Surely it's not poisoned. You can't stop my woman, my friend. Ooh. He most certainly can't. Yeah, he just has to. He abandons. You know, chess has a little high that comes off of it, and sometimes it's fun. A Nepalese. What a cool. I like their flag. It's so random. We get another 4 knights. A 4-knight Scotch. Same position as last game. All right. Standard stuff. So I can take this first, and then if he goes here, do not go here. I made that mistake. I've made that mistake earlier. We take this. We take this. Solid stuff. Yeah. We just play an endgame. Yeah, okay, fine. We accept this. Yeah, pretty standard stuff. I like the look of this, targeting that. I castle, and I'm still targeting this. And it's just it's an end game, but in a sense, it's also not giving the lower rated player an easy game, like an attacking game. It's essentially letting me control the type of game I get. So I think developing my bishop right now probably makes the most sense. Where should I put my bishop? This is tempting. This is not tempting at all. It just walks into the rook. So this and this are nice. Another option is to fianchetto. If I know anything about this guy, he's going to go here, so I'm not going to fianchetto instead. I think I'll go here, just eyeing this square. He'll probably play this. And then the question becomes, should I play here? I'll probably play there. If I were him, I'd just develop my bishop, probably put it here. That is a move. I'll just use this chance to develop my rook. And now I'm putting some pressure on his bishop. I could threaten a move like this. So then there's the check. So I'll probably put my king out in the corner first. How do you get yourself into chess? It's just it's a smart man's game. It's not really, you don't need to be smart to play chess, but it's intellectually stimulating, and that's probably something that drew me towards it. Just don't see this as a good move, my friend. You should not be bringing your king up right now. So the question I have now is, does this work? No. Actually, it does, because his king is then stuck in the center, and I'm developed. So this move right here, he does have this check. But then I push this. If he takes, I can just take back. If he takes here, I can take back. And this is still under attack. So yeah, I like the look of this, right? Now, let's calculate. Here, takes, we take this first, intermezzo, and then we take this. And we're just trading down pieces, but at the same time, his king is the one caught in the center, and his rook is not yet developed. This move is really important, though. Without this move, I don't think this works. Chess, easy to learn, hard to master. Very true, Dirty Snow. Very true. It's halpa. All right. Okay, so what? Hell, I could even prepare this. Now, my rook is actually in a nice spot. What I should consider is that I don't want... I somehow want to get access of this square, but I can't yet do that. So I can also just retreat here so that I can actually give him a nice check. But does that achieve anything? Not really. So let's just push pawns. Let's just be random. You seem good in chess, but are you good in checkers? Of course not. This check, no, it doesn't work. I don't like this move from him, but I think I can just play this now. I don't know. The way this is working out could be a draw. Because right now, if he plays rook here, there's nothing I can do. Okay, I don't think that's the right move from him. And I think I just retreat right here to prepare this. I don't think that's a good move. That especially doesn't feel like a good move. I think first let's clarify the situation. This check can come in first. This check king just still stays in the center. It's very annoying. But then I finally infiltrate and I actually cause some havoc. So this is nice. Not a bad move from him, actually. I have this now, pinning this. Just trying to break his pawn structure. Interesting. It's not the right approach. Now I just develop my king and go after some piece somewhere. Don't know what that does either, so I think I'll just develop my king. It's just so obvious what these people do. They all are like, oh, I can throw a check in. Let me just throw a check in. But does that actually change anything? No, not really. And I think the easiest way to win is to just put my rook behind one of these pawns, just push them. Another way to win would be to just fight for these. But I don't think I need to. Just preparing this. This check is kind of nice too. Then he comes in here. Let's just throw it in. Why not? And now we can just defend this way. Oh, I should have just gotten for that. What am I doing? This was a free pawn. Check first. This move right here doesn't quite work. Actually, it does. If I go here, he goes there, though. So I think what we do is we just push all our pawns. He's just going to go there then. So I think I first open with this. Smart move, right? Like he can play a move like this. But is that winning? I'm not sure. I go here. He takes. I take. He goes here trying to attack these. Then I jump up. And if he goes here, then I go there. Takes, 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 takes. Yeah, that's not a nice endgame for me. So I think the move I'll go for is this losing? I don't think this is, this can't be losing. I mean, he's very clearly going to go for this, and I just don't like the look of that. So, you know what? I'll just go there. This move probably makes the most sense. And now this strategy is not as good because I'm much closer to the center. So I have a better position. That being said, what if he pushes the pawn first? Okay, that I'm not convinced was the right idea. Still, this doesn't work. Or does it? If he goes here, I just jump in there. He takes there. I take this. He takes this. There. So let's just prepare the pawn breakthrough there. All good. And probably something like that. All right, do know what he's doing, so this take push. Let's just prepare one more move just to waste his time. Yeah. Let's confront him. And here we take... Wait, first I take this? No, that's not a good take, because if he takes, these two are frozen. So we go here first. Yeah, so he's going to go after this. We can just trap him in. Now he can't do anything about this. This is defended. And now this pawn majority is just going to win. Yeah. I think this push works even, right? Surely, this one? Because if he takes... Yeah. He resigns. He should. Yeah, it's just losing. Why not at midnight? Play Fear. It will be fun. No, Glock Reaper. You answered it yourself. Why not play a horror game at midnight? I have happier things to do with my life, such as playing chess. Chess is not scary. I mean, it can be, but not in the same way. The fuck is this move? I've never seen this move. It's like the most dumb move you could imagine. Okay, let's just go here. So when you say from early, I was saying it was wrong. It wrong on the right side. On the right side, these moves, these are the time spent on each move. Yeah. Let's fight for the center. He takes. I take with my queen. He develops his knight. And, I mean, it's just a passive position for him. I can put my queen back. It looks very nice. So, yeah, let's just take that center. It's just like these players play like such idiots. And I can do that. I think developing here makes the most sense. And then if he goes here, he can't castle because this comes in. Another option of a move that I have is just pushing this. Just take space. Prevent him from castling. Because he's kind of frozen, right? Like, where do his pieces go? This is an expected move, but this just comes with tempo. Yeah, see? It's just not nice. Now, do I have something like this? He just hung his queen. What an idiot. Awful play from this guy. Okay, 400 from Russia. Resigning? How sad. Please, one more game. Okay, this is for sure my last game. If I win. If I lose, I'll probably play more. Person from Great Britain. Everyone is playing the Four Knights. Don't play the Four Knights Scotch. Okay, he's playing the Four Knights Spanish. Not a variation I like, by the way. I've never seen this line before. Interesting. I mean, what is wrong with this take? He goes there. I jump in, attacking both these pieces. And he just has to trade. And we just get a really ridiculous position where both our pawns are swapped. I'm just trying to think, like, he's no longer defending this. He is attacking this, but this is... Like, if I go here, you can't take this, because then I have this. If you go here... What a mind-bogglingly weird position. What about this? You know what? Let's just take the bullet. Let's bite the bullet. Shall we do this, chat? This knight take is chaos. But it's good, I swear, right? Like, you go here, he goes there. I jump in here, attacking this, checkmate threat, while at the same time attacking this. I just don't see how it's bad. Checkmate threat. And now you have to lose this. Actually, he can defend this way. That's actually hilarious. Yeah, so here we have to play fast. We have to recognize that he's probably going to play something. No, he can't play that. So I do have this move. Does that do anything? Not really. The move that I'm considering is actually back, so I can just fork. And that looks like a very solid move. Oh, there is an issue, though. He can take. But I think we can castle there and... Oh, wait, my queen's hanging. No way. No, was my queen hanging here? This is a queen hang. He just didn't take it. Oh, well. I'm just going to give him a little GG and just resign there and avoid my shame. Queen is hanging. You're so right, Alex. Oh, no way. No way. Okay, so I miscalculated there. There was a very obvious queen hang. This just looks like a dumb move, though. So what's the move here? Knight takes knight is the move. Knight takes pawn is not the move. That's greedy. Okay, you take the knight. And what I'm curious is this just a symmetric position if I go here? Yeah, this is... It looks dumb, like your pawns are swapped, but it is the position. And, you just keep playing, copying each other. So I guess I should have just gone the boring way. But hey, that was actually funny. That was so funny. I just had a queen hanging. 400 from India. Duolingo fan. So nice. We face a copycat Vienna. Do they play the bishop's line? No, they play the more traditional line. That queen hang was really funny. Okay, I don't know what this move does, so we'll just play our main line, attacking this pawn. They all play this stuff. It's really bad. Alrighty then. That pawn was just hanging. Can I take this first? No, I should just take this. You gotta go back now. That was awesome. I agree, Dev. You ever tried Warzone? I have not, Clock Reaper. Okay, so I actually have this move right now, and I don't see what he can do to stop it. Because he can't take because he loses his rook then. Let's just take it. Free pawn. It's just a beautiful position, right? Like, this is probably the good... That move actually doesn't address... It does open this up. No, but then I just take, so... It doesn't defend this rook. He is attacking the knight, though, so... I guess we'll just retreat here. Life is good. I still can't get over that pawn hang that I had. That was so funny. We're just going to castle very simply. There's no danger to this. There's no danger to that either. Let's just castle. Probably has to take, and that's just too slow for him. What was your first ever gold unbox? And believe it or not, my first case that I got, classic web knife. Hey, good for you. I've only ever unboxed one case. And I did that just to tickle my curiosity, not because I actually cared. Yeah, okay, this is fine. So I actually have not ever unboxed a knife or anything. Okay, this is just permanently hanging there. So if we can put more pressure on that, that'd be nice. Do I see how? Not yet. I mean, one thing I can do is just get my knight in. So let's do that. Yeah. And a month ago, unboxed 1K gloves. Hey, brother, if you like unboxing and you get something out of it, good for you. If you want my honest opinion, you're wasting your money. Just buy the skins you like. KKR, he's probably a Kolkata Knight Riders fan. Okay, that move doesn't change anything. You can't take because you lose your knight. You just have to step out of this pin. Oh, wow. It's not been a good game for this guy, sadly. Oof. Why is he doing this? I'm not threatening of jumping in. Attack that rook. This prevents this move. So he kind of just has to trade and then give me the open file. This guy's taking his sweet time, true. At the same time, it's a 10-minute game. He's perfectly allowed to. He should take his time, but it's kind of late. That? Hey, if he wants to just play there, I'll put this here. I'll just develop my other rook. Now you have to trade, otherwise this is coming in, and then it's going to be kind of sad. As I thought it would happen. These two Chads are just going to walk down together. Yeah, it's like this is nothing. We just defend this. I can also play this if I need to. Is your highest elo 1600? That is true. 1625 is the highest I've hit. I mostly don't play rated chess these days. So once I hit this, I kind of felt good. And I left it there. And... sorry. I'm so tired. One of the reasons for that is simply because I just... Yeah, this move does nothing. I can play this if I want. I can also just develop my king. One of the reasons I just stopped playing is because I know I face good opponents and I want to prepare to face them, but I've never felt like I've prepared enough, so... Not quite at the level I would like to be in terms of preparation to want to play rated. Yeah, this guy's probably just realizing how done he is. I don't know what that move does, but fine. Do not play this move. You see how tired I am. It's coming in. Okay, fine. Play this. Yeah, this guy is about to have a hammer drop on his head. Let's push this pawn. Okay, let's just keep pushing this. He's letting me do it. Perfect time for fear. Come on. No, I'm so sleepy. And you want me to play a horror game. God. All right. Where's train, Penguin? Well, you came a bit late, Penguin. Which Penguin are you, by the way? Kind of look like Private. Oh, my Indian friend, it is over. I'm sorry. I am sorry, but it is just over. Can't take this. Don't take it. I mean, I can just take this then, but it's... Even if you take here, can't take it. Oh, there's a check here. Interesting. Let's just offer a draw. Let's just offer a trade of rooks. Yeah, that's true, right? You'd expect the 400 to be like zooming, like, oh, click, 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 and then you just hang a piece. This is fine too, though. All right, here's something we can do for fun. I have 3 of these, right? Oh, 3 is maybe not enough. It is possible to checkmate someone with 3 horses, 3 knights, but he takes so long anyways, he's going to run out of time. And he resigned. Let's just do one more. Let's just do one more. I can't help myself. It's like a drug. Chess is a drug that I'm just shooting right into my veins and I can't help it. It's just too good. Oh my god, it's even lower than last time. Philippines. Is it a lady? Maybe. She resigns. Not very sportsmanlike of her. Game aborted. Oh man. There we go. 800. Just standard stuff. Is he going to go here? Or is he going to... Oh, he develops the same way the other guy did. We put this here. This is the most common move. This is also a common move, though. These 2 are common moves. I think you got it right. Of course I got it right. I can recognize Private. Attacking this. Too many people go here. They all get excited at the prospect of attacking the queen. I don't know what that does. But, okay. Is he just trying to prepare this? Why can I not just take this? So let's think. This take, I develop. If he goes here, there's no harm. This is always guarding it. Then I can just develop here with interest. So let's take this. It's just as I was expecting. Now, interesting move to consider. In-betweener. Should I take here? Then he takes my queen. Then I take here, attacking these pieces. So he takes here, and then I take this. And I don't really have anything in return. I can't take here because his knight then lives. I can go here, and then his knight is kind of not in a great spot. I think the safest move is just this. If he plays this, we actually have a very instructive move. Okay. Your knight is hanging. I don't know why you'd retreat like that. Four move win with the queen and the bishop. Operator. I have not done that. No. I don't feel the need to do that. I can play more interesting lines. Sphinx, my man. Oh no, I become Sphinx. When I play chess, I always get out the bishops out first. I don't know why. I mean, bishops feel like more powerful pieces than knights. They are in the endgame. But warning. Bishops are more flexible than knights because they can see more squares. So you can develop your bishops, but in general, developing your knights out first is usually a good strategy because your knights are doing useful things. Right? And they don't have many places to go to. It happened to me once. I close and turn off the PC. Can't end on a resign, huh? Yeah. I don't know what this move does. I don't know what this move does. This loses the queen in 2 ways. That's insane. I can't believe this. This is a good game to end it on, though. And let's just take this way. Yes. Let's get this out. Let's just kill him. Let's just castle. Whatever. Double attacking the square. He has to just give that up. Now this is hanging. And, ugh. He refused to resign, eh? Chess and CS are so similar. I had a podcast with a fellow named... I think this is just Checkmate. Fellow named Samri. Just in case anyone is curious, this is his YouTube channel. Samri CS. This guy. Yeah. He interviewed Dr. Payne. If you go to his playlists, you go to Sensei and SNS, right? You will see,
right.
This is with Goose Breeder. And where the hell are the rest of his episodes? Let's find those. What? What? Am I tripping? I am tripping, aren't I? Okay, let's just see. Can we see his... Yeah, there we go. You will see an interview with Mahone. I also recommend check out Mahone's channel. It's pretty good. Yeah, Samurai. That's Samri. And then he also had an interview with me. And actually, I'm wearing literally the same shirt. I have one shirt I ever wear, people. I'm a hobo. So him and I had a good discussion on chess and CS being similar and being dissimilar. So yes, there are things that make chess similar to CS. There are also things that make chess dissimilar. An example of things that make chess similar, right? Like the idea that you have a certain opening you go for, and then you have a certain strategy you get because of that opening. What are the counters to that opening? Those are all things that an ideal should already know. There's also differences, though, right? Chess is a perfect vision game, perfect information game. What that means is both sides can see exactly what is happening at the same time. They have the same information. Whereas in Counter-Strike, that's not the case. In Counter-Strike, you don't know what the enemy players are doing. Other things to consider that are different between chess and CS. The biggest, most important one is chess is a discrete turn-based game, right? Like, I make one move, the opponent makes one move. But Counter-Strike is not like that. Counter-Strike is continuous time and is not turn-based, right? Like, I'm doing something, meanwhile the CTs are also grouping up to do something simultaneously. And that changes how that's played out. But what you need to understand is that in general, yes, like, there are similarities between anything that's going to be a bit strategic and relies on positioning and strategy with CS, right? Like, for example, can I come up with a gambit line? off the top of my head, probably not. But the idea would be, actually, you know what? I think I can. So let's go with this. This is the Museo Gambit. And the idea here is, white sacked a piece. They're down a knight. This could be like an execute where you lost an entry fragger. But the advantage is that you've got a lot of players now in position to attack and really win the round off of that. Does that make sense? So that's an example in which you play a strategy where you end up down material. But that's okay because you know that the compensation you get for it is a strong attack, a very nice initiative, a very clear plan that everyone can understand. So that's one thing. Another thing you could probably do is you could play like a rush strat, right? So you just go like, hey, I'm just going to put my queen here. And this could be like having your opera watch a long range angle or something like that at the start of the round. And while if they aren't doing anything about it, that opera can, punish something. Let's say they defend this. You go here. Now you're creating layers to that attack. Like if the opera's holding something and nobody's pushing, then how can you benefit from that? So again, there are similarities for sure. And any IGL who plays CS will probably enjoy playing chess. I just think that it's a given. An IGL who likes calling, likes thinking of these things. If you're just an IGL who just likes to play for fun, that's okay. That's valid too. But then maybe chess is not your jam. Who knows? All right, people. I think I will wrap it up. I think I will go to sleep. So it was nice hanging out with y'all. No cry of fear. So you didn't get to see me screaming like a woman. There's nothing wrong with women screaming, by the way. I'm just saying, there's a cliche in horror, right? That there's always what do they call it? There's a term for, the woman in a horror movie who, does the loud scares or whatever. But it's okay. I can't come up with a word for it, but there is a word for it, for sure. Scream lady? Scream heroine? Something like that. But, yeah, I didn't want to do that. I don't want to shit myself and have everyone laugh at me playing Cry of Fear, so I'm not going to do that. So, no worries. No Glock Reaper. I will not play Cry of Fear. So to everyone who came along and asked questions, thank you for coming. Take care. I hope you have a good week ahead. If you're